Hey, welcome here guys in another solo level and rise video. And today we're going to go through simulation gates tier 15. I'm going to make it with you guys, so it's not going to take a lot of time. We'll talk a little bit about details. So first of all, algorithm of the week. You won't be able to actually break opponents. Well, I mean, you can do this, but it will take a lot of time. So this is not the main aspect. The second moment, the poison effect. And it doesn't deal damage. It's only prevent you from healing. It's a temporary effect, so when it's going to fade, you will be able to heal your commanders. So the best strategy which I found is actually to use just the strongest team which you have, and of course if you have some of them who provide shields or have shields, it's not going to remove this effect, but you will be able to receive less amount of damage overall. So yeah, the best strategy just to stick with the strongest team which you have. And for fire team, of course you can use it, there is no questions about it. And actually a new strategy which is quite interesting, and it involves Choi. Of course it's better to have him at higher advancement, and just for purpose of total power, and actually with some codes which provides you an ability to land a critical hit always, is going to apply to Choi. So this is the mode where actually Choi can crit if you're going to fight certain codes. So yeah, and he really can deal a lot of damage. You can try this out. This is an interesting one. The second team is light team, obviously, so for me this is going to be the strongest team, and we will do it with the light team. Let's begin. During the run I will have a little bit of explanation why is it way easier during this week than the last week. It's actually related mostly to, yeah, it's related to bosses which you're going to have during the run. Let me prepare my go because he's not ready. I was doing a little bit of Battlefield of Time. It was kind of successful run. Okay, so here we are, ready to start. I have 1,023,000 total power. That's pretty much enough to deal with this. And yeah, I'm using Akari, Go, and Thomas. This is the best team setup for me personally. I'm not really using Min here because he provides less total power. He provides less benefit for Thomas in general, and of course he is going to be the main DPS. Gun-He for some break damage, but it's not mandatory. The main thing, of course, about his support abilities, which he's going to provide to Thomas as well. Now let's begin. So during the first stage, there is no big deal. We'll finish it real quick. Okay, so we'll stick with core attacks, with basic attacks, maybe with some increase of light damage. These are some nice codes. Okay, we'll increase core attack again. Finish this boss again really quick without any hesitation. So as you can see, in terms of total power, when you have enough of it, you actually can deal fairly quick with all mobs. Okay, this is a nice one again for core attack. So yeah, the main thing which I already mentioned in my previous runs, in previous videos about simulation gates, build your codes as much as you can around the strengths of your hunters. My main DPS is Thomas, so his strengths are going to be core attacks, basic attacks, and this is pretty much it. Maybe I will get some codes for ultimate, but we will see. They are not that important, at least for the light team. Okay, let's get this legendary code just because it's legendary. It's going to provide some additional damage. That's not bad. And here we're going straight through battles. There is no reason to go to maintenance. I won't get any benefit from that. This one is not going to be really tough as well. And Thomas during his rotation should finish this. Really easy. Okay, critical hit for basic skills, we're going with this one for sure. Now, this is like the first serious boss, let's say. And why is it really that easy in compare to the previous week? The answer is quite obvious. It was due to algorithm of the week. So during the last week, all mobs, while dealing some damage, they were able to actually recover HP. And this is some kind of requirement in terms of the strategy, how you should actually build your strategy. It really involved Cha as a hunter, which actually can prevent healing effect. So this is at some point a disadvantage in general because she doesn't deal enough damage as a DPS to finish the simulation mode fully. And during that week, all bosses, they were kinda tough. Why? They were all just spamming bosses, spamming mobs. They were dealing a lot of attacks and they were able to recover a lot of HP, so without Cha it wasn't really viable. And some of them, they were really annoying. Right here, as you can see, Alicia is not a big deal, and actually Dongsu, he was during last week as a first, let's say, strong boss. He was a real struggle without Cha. After we will get to a certain stage here, to the second, let's say, main boss of this simulation, I will provide more explanation. Okay, here is nothing interesting. I'm going to switch, maybe find something better. Gain shield effect, their damage dealt increased by 10%. So yeah, we have shields. Damage increase is important for us. We're going to take this for sure. So as you can see, for now, Thomas, he has a debuff with this poison effect. So I'm waiting. I'm not going to hit these gloves with HP recovery. I will just wait till this effect is going to fade. Now it's done. And as you can see, I'm able to recover HP, so no big deal. Let me see, I have 300, so probably... What kind of codes do I have here? Core attack? And I believe I want to upgrade this one. Yeah, so that's why I'm going to maintenance here, and I'm going to upgrade this code. Increase of damage by 60% sounds pretty decent. We'll get it. And let's go next. I wasn't able to get any light codes for now, but maybe I will be a bit lucky for future. Okay, damage by 30%. So just, okay, let's get it. Increase of damage. Again, it's worth it. It's one of the strengths of Thomas for sure, and for Ganhi actually as well. There is nothing interesting here, so I'm going to roll. Oh, hologram. Okay, core attack, deal light damage, activates beam. Nice, we'll take this one. All our hunters are built around core attacks, so this is going to be a huge improvement for us. The real beauty of Akari here, that she actually, while doing extreme evasion, she can stun enemies, and this is going to prevent certain attacks, so that's really nice. I forgot to turn on, yeah, the volume of the game. Now should be not that silent. And probably Go can finish this? Not really. Okay, no problem. We are going to increase our shields effect and damage increase. It's nice. Let's go next. Yeah, here we just go through battles, get some more codes. They're quite important. Actually, I don't know why, but here stun effects are not applicable to all bosses. That's weird at some point, but we have what we have. Anyway, she's not that big deal. Go is just completely undying hunter. Thomas, he has also some decent shields, so there's no big deal. And done. Really nice. Increase user's basic skill damage by 200%. Let's get this one, why not? Okay, so Thomas didn't lose any HP. Again, he as well. I carry without debuff. Now we're able to heal ourselves. Let's go next. So here, now we're going to the boss of the second phase, let's say. And he's going just a piece of cake. Let me explain here something. During the last week, at exactly this stage, on tier 15, we had an assassin, you know, as our hunter. And he's just so freaking broken and annoying and so OP because he goes invincible like 2 times during the full battle. It takes around 15 seconds each time. He also used to, you know, relocate from one position to another through the whole map, and it was most likely just running after him all the time. Go doesn't do this shit, and as you can see, I have 2 minutes left, and he left with only 2/3 of HP, already 50%. This is a really easy fight. So the other fact which we should keep in mind and remember as well, that for real, the bosses, the mobs which we have on a certain stages, they are playing actually a huge role. And I mean, even if we're going to talk, for example, about tier 14 during this week, we actually had there during this week an assassin. And he's really annoying. It's not that easy. So the weird thing here, we actually can deal with tier 15 easier than with tier 14. Unfortunately, it's impossible to find out what kind of bosses you're going to have on any kind of tier. It would have been really nice if you could see the roadmap, let's say, of each tier during each week. In this case, we would have been able to, you know, decide where we want to go. For example, again, this week, tier 15 is way easier than tier 14. It shouldn't be so, but yeah, I mean, we have what we have, unfortunately. There is nothing interesting. I'm going to roll. Jesus, man. That's some kind of a bad luck. Let's go to increase our shields effects, why not? As you can see right now, it was 1 minute 19 seconds left till the end of the battle, and I was able to easily beat him. So yeah, as I said, this week it's really easy. For example, if you understand that you have kind of enough of total power and you have quite a strong team, you may think about higher tiers. And yeah, it really depends on bosses which you're going to face. And actually, when we're going to, you know, get to SJW, he's not that difficult, quite honestly. We're going to easily finish him. You will see. And then ignores 20% of target's defense. That's nice as well. I don't know if I have actually anything to upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade this one just to reduce cooldown. Yeah, this is going to deal a little bit more damage. The final battle. Bro, chill. And done. Let's get our rewards. And that's it. Yeah, so what's the main point? Just to sum up real quick, this week is not that tough in compared to last week, again, due to algorithm, due to bosses, I mean, at least in terms of tier 15. Again, as I mentioned before, tier 14 probably will be a bit more difficult because of the assassin, and this is a real pain in the ass. But overall, if you're good in terms of total power, if you're in a white zone, you may try tier 15 in this week. It's not that difficult. My suggestion, maybe if you have some guild mates, if you're in a guild, or maybe if you have some alternative account which is not your main, probably just try to have a run on certain stages just to, find out what kind of bosses you're going to meet, or wait for the guide, because I am planning to actually cover each week the highest tier simulation which I will be able to deal with. It depends. And that's pretty much it for this video for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.